Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's Saturday night. We got some Monster of the Week action. Our weekly tournament series where just for playing, you get some coffee. Of course, it's provided by the devs because the devs say sponsor the event as well as me because I'm part of the content affiliate program. That means that the Phobies team does in fact give me coffee for producing Phobies content. In fact, we might be doing a pack opening this coming Friday. Well, maybe not, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I wanted to do these with each season, but timing's getting weird. We'll see. But we're going to get into it. We're going to look at some Monster of the Week games. Probably going to be a quick, short stream. I am very tired. I'm tired and dehydrated, chat, so probably taking it easy, but I wanted to get this one in, so let's get into it. All right, we're starting off with a quick one from Event A. This is Potenza and Lord Shinra on Noughts and Crosses. I almost chose the wrong game. I also almost forgot to switch the overlay, but it's almost like I've done this before. So, what? Yo, Shinra. Let's get silly. Leela coming out recently, air quotes, buffed. Definitely buffed. The recent part is up for debate. What do we got here? Alright, just going for the attack. 400 damage is not something that you can just shirk off. Now, that being said, that Leela might literally be dead, and this game is very quick. So I wonder if Shinra made a bit of an oopsie here. Is that Leela dead? Pop. Pop. It's not dead. Notably, Leela has more than 1120 health. I couldn't have told you that off the top of my head. However, that Leela definitely regrets some of its life decisions. I can tell you that much. It notably has not... Well, actually, we can't see whether it put out a trap. But I don't think it could have because of the positioning. Alright, interestingly enough, we're breaking this block. This does open up a lot more area for Inoculus to start poking at things. This Leela may be dead, though, if you go after it, right? Oof, that's brutal. Like, that's 5 keys just up in smoke. So, Creepy Devil. Potenza and a few other people have been breaking out the Creepy Devil. Oh, there is a trap. Well played there, Shinra. Trading 5 keys for 4, not exactly the best thing in the world, but I mean, you take what you can get. Is the werewolf worth... I feel like the werewolf's better than the Leela. Like, it's a more valuable asset, but you could have put something else on the board instead of Leela, probably, right? Wait, this is poison? Oh, yeah, it's poison from the, it's poison from the Henrietta. All right, this isn't enough, is it? Because you can bees. You can bees. No! Not like this. Continuous value out of this werewolf. Admittedly, yo, we get a flesh crawler. The nail in the coffin. Kinda, sorta, maybe, possibly. Chat, I'm cooking. I'm gonna have to take the hat off. I have to deal with the shininess on my head. Sorry, chat. When it's wintertime, we'll return to more headwear or headgear. It is just too hot, especially like with the fans off. We tried doing some audio testing, my wife and I, with the fans, and it's just... The white noise is too much. The white noise is too much. I gotta fix the ad thing and move it over. In the overlay, it's kind of like overlapping there. Tentacles! Tentacles! Evo, yeah, like, this is brutal. I don't know if Shinra, like... Because of the timing for Monster of the Week, some players just, unfortunately, they are playing at, like, an absurd time locally for them. Phobies is a very global game. We've talked about that on many occasions, which is awesome, but I can't run the event at like 4 in the morning. So, unfortunately, that means it's 4 in the morning for some of the players sometimes. So, I don't know if this was a sleepy time error from Shinra, or they just straight up made a boo-boo, or what's going on, because, like, this is catastrophic. The more recently buffed Flesh Crawler. Putting in work, panic points evened out. But I think Shinra throws in the towel on this next turn. To be honest, I can understand. Yeah, you're just in a really tough spot there. I don't know that it's 100% unwinnable. But it is damn near close. GG. All right, taking a look at another Event A game, Sisku and Mago here on Dark Sarcasm. Let's see what they got in store for us. How standard. One drop corn. Who could have possibly seen that coming on a small map? I wanted to try and focus on the games, but like every time I watch these now, I'll be honest, I used to not like small maps. I used to not like big maps as much as small maps. I always preferred small maps because it felt it's not that it's a different game, small to big maps, but there's a lot of differences. And both players are, I guess I have to fill the silence anyway. It's weird. But now I think I enjoy the big maps more. It's not necessarily because of the variety of strategies. It's just that, like, it really does feel like there's no opportunity. Like, this is the only thing you can do. So I guess it is variety of strategies. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that's the problem. But the issue is you have to go Gravediggers every game. And you kind of get into these stalemates where it's just, okay, who puts a toe out of range first and then gets blown up? Now, we're getting something unique here out of Sisku in the Mildred. That's actually pretty sick. Now, I do like Mago's plan of going with the Crushmore instead of Gravedigger. It is a slight wrinkle. You still have access to the Terraform, but it does allow for this lobbing. 10 keys to 16 remaining. However, Mago's kind of in a tough spot to try and clear said Mildred. Little shove shark action. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm not sure what Mago wants to set up here. Per Big She, who we haven't seen on stream in a while. Per Big She, who was arguably a Mildred. Felt like there was a bug on me. Arguably a Mildred main, indicated that the correct answer to Mildred is Firkin. I don't 100% agree, but I don't know. Ooh, do we have a different answer to Mildred? That's a bad sheep. Dropping the poison, gotta spread out. I mean, you can't hide from Mildred at this point, but this is about as good as you can get. What happened to the cats in this replay? That looked way weird. So we do have a fairly significant poison on this Mildred. Notably cannot be healed. Of course, it's undead, but poison isn't a great answer. Also, notably, the bad sheep lived. I'm a little surprised that there wasn't effort expended to continue pressuring the Mildred, because this poison's going to take a long time to tick. Even though it's a significant poison, like, the Mildred will connect again. And as we saw, this is kind of where I was going with the whole Big She comment, is we've seen in the past with Mildred, if you... Dude, again? Reapplying the poison. Only 238 damage. That's a weird number. 238 damage on that, but because there's no Shove Shark for Sisku, that's going to be difficult to actually connect to the Mildred now. Now, since it was able to back off due to the Shove Shark push. What I was trying to get out earlier was that we've seen people attempt Smiley as an answer to Mildred, and Mildred has been able to just out-heal the disease. Poison's usually higher quantities, so maybe this is working. Hilariously, Dimensionals are supposed to be weak to disease and poison. They're just not. It's actually Undeads. Undeads have multiple weaknesses. The only Phobie type with multiple weaknesses. Feels bad, man. Setting up the kitty littering. Able to heal the Mildred up, and I don't think it gets another attack off before the poison takes its toll. Oh, no. Dude, how many times have you seen Bad Sheep connect? 3 times. I'm going to go with 0 times have you witnessed that happen. Dude, Mago. Cooking here. Cooking. Kind of like me. I'm cooking. I'm sweating to death here, chat. One key to 6 remaining. You do have this newly healed, freshly healed Hevo, but it's still damaged. Admittedly, the Crushmore is not long for this world, but Clinico to the rescue. Is this enough to retake the board? You could go 1 key trades into... Is this a dead corn? No. You could do 1 key trades and then still have 1 key left. I don't know if I love this attack onto the corn, but I imagine that the Crushmore is going to survive the retaliation from Hevo here. Interesting. Sucky as the final Phobie. I mean, the quantity of Phobies, the panic points, the displacement tools, the healing. There's a lot of things going in our blue player's favor. Not a whole lot going in orange's favor at this stage. Not a whole lot. Got the leap. This should be a dead Hevo. I know that noise is annoying, I'm sure, but we gotta make it visible somehow. Because we don't have the option for permanent health bars. Devs, please. Devs, please! Well played. This is a pretty cool game. This is a very interesting game. It was kind of weird with the banking into terraforms as opposed to like earlier terraforms. But definitely a very interesting end. GG. All right, we're out of Dark Sarcasm, and we're on to Phasmophobia. We have Mago, we have Shadowborn. Let's see what they've got in store here. An unsurprising snowball opener. I mean, standard for a reason. You know what? It's funny because Snowball is the standard opener on so many different things, but it bothers me so much less than Corn. I don't even know that Unicorn bothers me that much. It's just bothering me today. So we're going to trade fireballs down here, I guess. 3-2 panic point advantage and early hematic gin sting out of our orange player. Was this the map that DT was wondering, like, how do you ever go second? I don't remember. Got a little Tooth Fairy action. This should clear out the Henrietta, I presume. There you go. Worst comes to worst, you could have always supplemented it with a jar or something, I guess. And the standoff begins. Evo 2.0 this time. Okay, yeah, I mean, there's Abyss tiles, there's a lot of things that's valuable here with that. Motherload. I don't know, like, this is Motherload doing for you. Oh, another creepy devil? They're everywhere. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Maxed out for our blue player. Our orange player has an opportunity here, but they don't really... I guess they don't really, because you're going to have to clear it out, and that's freeing up slots. Like, I don't think you're in a position to try and stabilize 3-2 and then take advantage of them being maxed out. On top of the fact that there's a healing spa, they have a powerful mech. Admittedly, not many mechs. I mean, they had a cowbell before as well. Point is, you can't do something like Russell or other weird phobie necessarily to take over. Maybe like a Brony or something? Try and set that up and then bully them out of the position. Especially because you have so many range phobies, including one that's a flyer. So that way you could try and set up a Brony to turn off their team. And if they retreat, they retreat. If they don't retreat, you either Brony them and then collapse in, or you should have a decent way to position. That's the point. Yeah, this was a bold move there, Cotton. Why did this happen? So you killed a cowbell. Oh, I think I was mistaking the cowbell for Magos. It was actually Shadowborns. We bring the Gonzo... Like, this just... I think we see on this next turn, like, this Hevo dies. And I don't know how you thought anything but the Hevo dying would happen. The only thought I believe... Or the only setup I believe that could be trying to be had here is... Creepy Devil Gonzo? Excuse me. So, like, is that really good enough? Like, I don't know about this one, Chief. Do you have enough damage to cook the motherload? Alright, so we're not even going for the Gonzo-based retaliation. Erratic, huh? So you traded Cowbell and Snowball for, like, a lot. 4 key lead, 7 to 11 at this stage. snotty boy came out there. Sacking the Tooth Fairy. When you're up keys like this, you can trade evenly in these. So like Tooth Fairy for the snowball means that you're just attritioning them out. And the Moffat's going to be a big threat to the erratic. All right, so we get a Shove Shark added to the squad, along with a Kaboom. Honestly, I wonder if it's tempting to, like, just send in the Gin Sting. Can you kill the Kaboom? No. Okay, never mind. I was going to say send the Gin Sting in, sacrifice it for the Kaboom, but that's not a play that you can make. Although you're kind of sacrificing the Gin Sting for the Kaboom right now. Hypothetically, anyway. I think our blue player wants to get more value out of it. Alright, picking off the Kaboom. I don't hate it. Shove Shark is, like, wildly out of position here. Blue player Shove Shark, I mean, because you can't push anything into a relevant spot here. Yeah, that's where Shove Shark needs to be. Now, Ash would have been able to do something there. Not really. It wouldn't have mattered. Because Ash would have been blocking the choke point. Orange player playing a little defensively. Makes sense. Unless this Creepy Devil puts in, like, an enormous amount of work, I don't understand. Our blue player's just dead, right? I'm not sure why you're positioning there. I guess it kind of doesn't matter. But the Shove Shark is a valuable asset. I don't know that you want to give this up. That's weird, because the first attack looked like it hit Gin Sting first. So now you're kind of in a weird spot. See, I think you prioritize the erratic here. So you move the Quagmire down 2 tiles, move the Moffat in, yoink the erratic, and then burn it down. You should have enough damage. I think the erratic is way more threatening here. Then again, maybe it doesn't matter. Yep, there goes erratic. I mean, you get him anyway. This game, as we say in the business, in the books. Does anyone say that? I don't think anyone says that anymore. I think I need to trim my beard a little, chat. I don't know. Every time I ask my wife, she's like, I like it. I'm like, but you complain when it's too long and it keeps getting longer, so do you like it or you don't like it? She's definitely not going to let me grow it out like I had it early in the pandemic, chat. Sorry. GG. Sorry, blue player also. Those are some games from Event 1, chat. Let's take a look at Event Bravo. Back once again on Phasmophobia Mago, but this time versus A. Markin, a former regular of Monster of the Week and Fright Night. Kind of been MIA as of late, but making a return here. Let's see what they've got in store. So, like I said, I don't remember if this is the map that DT had pointed out was potentially very difficult to win as player 2. And player 2 won the last game. So we'll see what happens in this one. Similar openers to last time. Snowballs galore. You know, A. Markin has over time kind of stamped their mark on a number of phobies. But as of late, it's been Cyclops. I don't know why they're using Cyclops so much, but they do. Also, Cyclops has some enormous biceps. Like, holding that eyeball must be very heavy. I'm just, like, watching and looking at all the details. Notably, Cyclops also has spots, similar to many undead, although I'm sure for wildly different reasons. Evo 2.0 coming out of our orange player once again. Poison Ivy is kind of interesting. I'm not real sure about that one. But we're getting a quick pick here onto the cat. Cowbell gonna claim the middle. That still leaves a cat in reserve to recap one of these points. Now, the Hevo does have the option to try and pressure the Cyclops, but I don't think it will because, I mean, it might hit it once, but I doubt it stands. I guess it could stand its ground. There isn't a ton of follow-up from A. Markin. Like, A. Markin will get one hit and have to walk away. But instead, we're going to eliminate the Cowbell. All right, so we are going to stand our ground, put some pressure onto the Cyclops, and Tooth Fairy tries to shoo away the Poison Ivy. I didn't catch whether the Poison Ivy had to double move or not. Point is if it didn't, there could be a trap. And here comes another A. Markin special, Puff. Although, admittedly, anybody who has Puff in these events has been using it fairly regularly. Certainly more Puff than Poison Ivy at this stage. Blom. Cooking them. That one, I don't understand Mago's positioning there. I guess this allows for the takedown onto the cat, but you could have probably done it with the Hevo anyway? Like, doesn't this do, like, 390 damage? And cat only has, what? 600 or 700 damage base, or health baseline? I mean, that's cute, but I don't know. Either way, Octonaughty coming out for A. Markin. Oopsie, baby. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phobies. To soon to be 5, because that electric cat is not long for this world. Oh, 6. We do have Creepy Devil. I kind of feel like the Creepy Devil is rotating behind everything. Mago doesn't seem to be positioning them too aggressively. It is possible it's up there, like, between the two traps. Which I'm realizing now we were watching this from A. Markin's perspective, so we would have seen the traps if Poison Ivy could have played one. However many turns ago I was questioning that. I'm tired, chat. Give me a break. Shove Shark. I assume that if you shove Shark an invisible phobie, it does not break the invisibility. I don't see why it would. But I'm also not sure. I presume it would not. I presume it would not. Pushing the oopsie. Alright, so we got a cheap shot and then power down. Is that worth it? I mean, it's fine. Panic point advantage is in favor of our orange player. But it's not a massive panic point lead, so A. Markin has time to resolve this. And the longer this game goes on, the more value that Poison Ivy is going to get, because there's 2 mechs, but one is very slow, and the other one doesn't really want to be up there all that long. It's tanky, it has a displacement, but like, you don't want to hang out there. Everything else is susceptible to the traps. And it does do a significant amount of damage initially. And we're not talking about like, oh, we're going to trap it and then let the poison tick and take it out. It's like the explosiveness of the trap going off is pretty big when it comes to Poison Ivy. Either my wife's making popcorn or I'm having a stroke. But it smells like popcorn, chat. Alright, more traps going down. I don't love the positioning on some of these, but as long as there's time, like... Alright, we're yoinking onto the trap. I bet Mago's like, why did you just do that? It's because it's a kill. Now, the Octonauty is in range of the Oopsie Baby and whatever 7 keys that... Oh, it doesn't kill it? Alright, this is a cute play. Wait, is your Octonauty not just dead? I mean, I guess Puff is just dead here. Ooh, the creepy devil. Even though it's been notifying us, I, honest to God, forgot that thing was on the board. That's why the other 7 keys couldn't be utilized, but Puff goes down. Like, that's a valuable trade there. Pop. Alright, so A. Markin on the back foot here, dropping a Sparky with their final keys. I don't know that I love that one. Is there not just an... Well, I guess there isn't an easy takedown on the Cyclops, because if you advance with the Hevo to boop it, you're gonna get yoinked, and you're gonna die. Power down onto Bow. I assume the Octonauty yoink is up, but we'll see. So what is A. Markin's counterplay here? Oh, we're just gonna shove. We're not even gonna yoink. Oh, you didn't need that. I thought you needed the extra damage from the bow, but clearly not. Unfortunately, this means that there's going to, at least unfortunately for A. Markin, this means that there's going to be a big noxious splash, plus potentially a lot of damage going down on the Sparky. Okay, I was about to say I don't like this, but it does take out the Poison Ivy, so I get it. So I guess the reason that he was split there is that Mago did not want to put the Noxious onto the obstacle, thereby hitting all 3. But even though that's a fairly significant poison, there is still time. Bo is going to come back online. Sparky is untouched. There is a healing spa, so technically the Octonauty can just get over there. It's not going to die before it gets a chance to go on the spa. At least I'm pretty sure it won't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Getting the takedown here. Doing the correct play, body blocking to make sure you don't displace the oopsie baby. Ooh, is this dead? Got him. Good pick there. That's kind of a big deal. You will get hit with the boom. But Shove Shark and Noxious versus these four is a tough spot. That's a tough spot to be in. You'll probably kill the bow. But that means you're exposed to some significant hits from the Sparky beforehand. I could see a Markin hit and running here, bringing the Octonauty back in and then setting something up. But they could just go for the kill. Or a kill, I guess. Ugh. I'll be going to bed early tonight, chat. Mago honorably standing in there and fighting instead of running around the map. Down it goes. This is one worth reviewing again for specifics. I think this is a very well-played game. GG. Alright, we're back to Naughts and Crosses. Shadowborn and Potenzia this time. Let's see what they have in store for us. Shadowborn with the snowball opener. I was about to say, is it Gin Sting Go? Because that would be weird. I mean, Gin Sting 1 key is also a little abnormal, but to be honest, I haven't played this map in forever. I've been debating trying this out. How is it? How is Phobies? I think the game is excellent. I think the game is excellent. I mean, I am a content affiliate. They literally give me stuff for streaming it and making videos. Full disclosure. But I think the game is great. The biggest issue is the in-game economy. It feels very late 20-aughts, like 2009 to 2013, 14 mobile gamey, where, like, it is super punishing past a certain point. I mean, to be fair, like, I played the crap and streamed the crap out of this game before I got into the content affiliate program. And it's like I wanted to become a content affiliate because I enjoy the game so much. So I wanted to produce content for it, and it's like they started the program, so I wanted to apply. If I didn't get in, I would be doing it anyway. Now, you could say I'm lying because I'm a content affiliate, so I could say whatever I want, but, like, that's the truth. The biggest, hardest thing is the economy. Getting new phobies, leveling them up is incredibly painful. And past a certain point, it's just like, you will lose games simply because somebody spent more money or has been playing the game longer, and not because they are more skilled than you. It's because their stuff, like... So, this tournament that I'm running, everything is set to level 1, because it's a special frenemies mode. So, like, Hematic Ginsting, level 1, Hematic Ginsting, level 1. But if one Hematic Ginsting was, say, level 10, and the other was level 1, they gain 3% stats per level. So, one Ginsting is just literally better than the other. And that can happen on the ladder. But I run these tournaments weekly out of my Discord. It's free to play. You get coffee, which is the in-game paid, like, money resource. So there's tiers, which you get for free to play. You get coffee if you put in money, but the devs provide coffee as prizes for the tournaments. So that there are outlets for you to play with things on a more fair level. I think the game is incredibly strategically deep. I think there's a lot there. I just wish they would fix the economy. Like, it is so... Ooh, Potenza. Wait. Shadowborn, no! Baby, what is you doing? What? No way. Did you really lose 8 keys for 0? Not like this. Is it like an auto battler? No, it's like chess. So imagine this is a chessboard, except there's 180 however many phobies there are, like 180, 200 pieces. And the board isn't always a chessboard. So in the top left and right, you can see under the players' names these numbers. There are big maps and small maps, and you get a different amount per map. But each player has a certain number of keys. It's the resource to play these phobies. So for example, the one that just came out, Radiator, is a 4 key cost phobia. You can see it in the top left versus, if the game will let me click on it, Woolly Bully, which is a 5 cost. So each phobie gets 2 actions per turn. It could be 2 attacks, it could be 2 moves, it could be an attack and a move, or a move and an attack. And then they all have different powers that also use an action. Well, assuming they have a power. I don't know why my FPS dropped there. But what ends up happening is you have to strategically and tactically use the resources you start the game with and accrue over time, and try and either eliminate all of your opponent's phobies or kill their heart, which you can attack directly or through the panic points, which are these lit up blue and orange tiles. All right, so we get Motherlode coming out. And for anybody out there watching, we have people here in the live stream just asking questions about the game. So come by the live stream if you're watching this on YouTube. So we get a Gonzo Bonzo added to the squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maxed out for Potenza. Not maxed out for Shadowborn, but Potenza is at a panic point advantage, a team advantage, and a key advantage. But Gonzo on both sides means that some flashy things could happen, especially since Shadowborn has 2, well, technically 4 AoE phobies. Motherlode, 2 Gin Stings, and the Radiator. However, I fully anticipate the Radiator is never going to make a meaningful connection. So all Potenza has to do here, realistically, is not lose. Because Shadowborn's going to have to commit to make something happening. This feels like it has to be bait. And I don't like what Shadowborn did here, because the Gonzo is not in the game right now. The Gonzo Bonzo down here in the bottom left, effectively not in the game, because it has to double move like that and not be able to do anything. I do like the hit from the Radiator. Big splash going down. But even though a lot of Potenza's stuff is damaged, it's not dead, which is all that matters. Bees! Slapping the crap out of Motherlode. Also slapping the crap out of Radiator. Although Potenza has got to start getting some more kills, like that isn't enough. Okay, that's probably enough. Gin Sting and date? Maybe not. I mean, there's still some healthy things on here. Oh, is this like a replay? Yes, I'm not playing right now, so I'm casting. I host these tournaments, 2 of them every Saturday. So this is from the second event. So my usual streaming schedule is Saturday night, we watch the games from the tournament. Sunday night, people just submit replays, like if they're on ladder and they have a cool game. Mondays, I usually do variety. Fridays from now on, I think I'm going to try and work on doing physical tabletop stuff. So like Star Wars Unlimited right now, because I was streaming testing with my wife last night. And then maybe try and get some other board games or card games kind of thing. Probably Star Wars Unlimited for the foreseeable future. And we have the Bad Manor, Bad Sushi. I used to play this game a ton on stream, but then everybody wanted me to, like, between running events and stuff like that, a lot of people just, like, I just don't get time to play it anymore because I'm constantly looking at people's games, is what it boils down to. No more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I mean, I'll probably do Battlegrounds at some point. That's going to be like a variety night thing. Although I kind of want to get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fates on stream. Because I've really been enjoying that game. I may just do a video for it. I don't know. Potenzia almost throwing with the Bad Manor, Bad Sushi. Like, there was a world where if that Jin Sting lives, that Potenzia loses. Maybe sweating it out a little bit here. Although, the newly buffed Bad Sushi getting in there, flopping around. Splat. GG. GG. And we'll do this one. Master Dark, Amarkin, Phasmophobia. So we had a lot of, well, I guess we had Noughts and Crosses. We had some Noughts and Crosses, we had Phasmophobia, and we had Dark Sarcasm for maps, but we didn't have any... What was the other map? I don't remember what the other map I had in the pool was, and I know there's no sound. It's just because the game has no sound when you're tabbed out. Another one, Bites the Dust. Nobody chose that map as far as I know. I was talking about traveling for a competition last time I was in, so I ended up breaking a record competing, so that was fun. Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's awesome to hear. Somebody I know just broke a record for the world record, apparently, for most balls stuffed in a basketball net. Honest to God, I had no idea up until that very moment that that was even a record. Like, there was a record. Like, why was that a thing? Very early puff out of Master Dark, by the way. Very early puff, comparatively. But we're getting the counter puff. Counter puff sounds like food you don't want to eat. So, like floor pizza. The implication of what happened to said pizza is obvious, right? But counter muffin, or counter puff, rather, kind of sounds like some kind of pastry that, like, I don't know. It sounds negative to me. It sounds negative, but I don't know. I don't know. You hold Michigan's bench press record? Nice. Putting in work, being big. My bench press was never good, and it will never be good again. And it wasn't for lack of trying. I think I would have been better, like, once I hit college if I had continued working out the way I did in high school. I just fell off the wagon, and now, because my wrists are all messed up, like, I don't think I can... I legitimately don't think I could put the pressure on it to do it. I have a hard enough time doing push-ups. To the point, like, my wrist hurts that bad. So I need to get, like, actual dumbbells and do it that way and see if, like, it alleviates it any better. Just because I can balance it differently, but I don't even know if that'll work. I might drop it because then it's all on my thumb. Puff taking pot shots at the heart, get a little klepto action. Top 60 in the U.S.? Sounds like Olympian level. My wife's the big Olympics person. I'm not an Olympics person, so I don't know, like, what the actual requirements are or are not for that sort of thing. Also, I'm noticing now that I did break the overlay, the rotator is now gone again. I swear to God, every time I, like... Oh, no, there it is. Okay. I thought it was not popping up after I tried to correct it earlier. Wait, powerlifting is not in the Olympics? Really? Honest to God, if you asked me that, I would have... Well, I'm not a betting person, so I wouldn't have bet anything. But, like, I would have been confident that it's there. Oh, okay, okay. It's weightlifting, not powerlifting. Fair. I was about to say, like, I distinctly recall watching people lift weights the last time the Olympics was on. Or are you going to do, not World Strong. What the hell is... It's like the American Strongman competition. What the hell is that called? I remember watching that with my dad. And it... Ooh, a nice blom from a Markin's Puff here as we're talking about weightlifting. But, like... I remember watching it, and it's like dudes hauling boats or semis and stuff like that. It's just kind of funny. Weightlifting is clean, and clean press. Powerlifting is bench, squat, and deadlift. Fair. Cleans and clean press were always weird to me. Like, they just seem like such a strange exercise. Whereas, like, bench, squat, and deadlift... Logic, like I mean, maybe it's because they were, I did all of these exercises when I was still, like, trying to be an athlete, but, like, I don't know, they just, cleans and power cleans, like, it just seems weird. And you're thinking World's Strongest Man? Yeah, I know. That's why I was joking about it. Alright, so we get a little Brony action coming out of Master Dark. I know Master Dark has been pushing Brony a lot. Getting the big ol' standoff here. Dude, I am cooking. So hot here. It is so hot. Admittedly, I haven't drank enough water. I don't drink nearly enough water. Every time I think I'm drinking enough water, it's like, no, you're still not even halfway to what you should have. So just drink half your body weight in ounces. I would have to calculate that out. Like, I feel like I would drown if I did that. But I think that is correct. I think, like, that's at least a general rule of thumb that's reasonable. Alright, so we get the big old Brony hit. Powering down most of our orange players' team. Also, notably, Ogre is showing up here, which is interesting. Karst had a lot to say about Ogre. Brony down. Brony, in fact, does not save itself from yoinks. A secondary cook down here on the bottom from A. Markin. I mean, admittedly, I've put on weight over the last few months and not in a good way. In a bit over a gallon of water. That's about where I am, probably. I haven't weighed myself in, like, the last week, but I can guess. Ooh, the counter bomb! Also strong. I'm a little south of that, but yours is probably, like, there's a difference between the weight I have and the weight you probably have if you're a power lifter. There's a little bit of difference. Mine's not as much in the upper body. Boop! This one's not looking great for A. Markin, I'm not gonna lie. That boop felt desperate. Maybe. Maybe. The Clopster is... No, the Clopster lived! Not like this. Not like this. You're dense. My wife would say that I am as well, but probably not in the same way you're saying it. In fact, I think she said as much on stream last night. Yeah, A-Markin just doesn't really have the damage output. A-Markin really needs to get another yoink here. Needs another yoink. The panic point advantage isn't bad, but Master Chart can fall back, get a 4-0 or 4-1 panic point advantage, and really pressure here. Not fat, I'm horizontally challenged. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting up there again. I can feel it. Like, it doesn't feel right. I'm never intending to, like... I wasn't originally intending to try and get back into fighting shape, so to speak, but I definitely need to fix my diet. I have a sedentary enough lifestyle, even aside from streaming, that, like... Oh my god, guys, what are you doing? Alright, 4-1 panic point advantage. Last turn, I imagine A-Markin surrenders here, which... Is this a surrendering position? It kind of is. Like, I don't know how you push out and invade this. This ogre's doing 750 damage. Like, it is a lot. GG. Well played. All right, chat. I think we're going to call it a little early. Maybe, well, yeah, it's kind of a lot early, but I'm super tired. And it's hot down here. And we got to look at some Monster of the Week games, which I was happy about. I may miss some weeks coming up because of real life stuff. We'll see how it goes. But we'll be back tomorrow. We got viewer games, variety on Monday. Another variety game I forgot to mention before is I want to play some Dungeonborn. That is now finally out and available as opposed to just being playtests, and I really enjoyed that game. If you're not familiar with it, it's a PvPvE dungeon crawler. So think like Hunt Showdown, but medieval fantasy is kind of what it is. And it was pretty sick when I played it. But I'm going to call it an evening. Appreciate everybody that came out. Definitely a lot of fun. But as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time for more Random's Thoughts.